Hi there, I'm Rob with Mile High Automation, and today I'm going to be demonstrating how to control your new Grand Concerto multi-room audio system using the audio keypad that comes with each of their audio zones. This large 2.7 OLED display has a high light contrast, making readability easy in any light condition, any angle, from almost anywhere in the room. This audio keypad features innovative capacitive touch, and this new technology bears a clean, minimalist look that makes the powerful control dim into the background when not in use and come back to life when in use. These Grand Concerto keypads are rated for both interior and exterior use. Now I'm going to run over the various features of the main screen display. The source indicator on the top tells us what current audio source we're listening to. For example, S2 means it's our second source, which happens to be our second stream of our music server. We've configured your source names prior to sending out the system to you. Each control pad comes with a white, ivory, and almond trim plate, as well as a black one. And this now playing display indicates the artist name, the song name, and all sorts of other metadata that has to do with the source that you're listening to. The bar graph on the bottom is going to show you the volume that you're at, and you can change it using the up and down arrows on the right. The power button simply turns off the audio in that zone, and if you were to hold down that power button, you're going to turn off all your audio zones simultaneously. Turn it on by clicking there. The OK button is going to go through your different audio sources, just going to scroll through them, and if you happen to be in menu mode, it'll simply pick the selection that's highlighted. The control pad right here in this little circle right in the middle has a built-in IR receiver for complete wireless control of all your audio source equipment. The double left and double right buttons are typically used for tracking forward and back using an iPod or music server, or changing the radio station on your radio tuner. Here on the top right, you can see the current time, and the last button that I want to go over is the menu button, which allows you to access features such as music browsing, presets, favorites, and zone and system setting parameters. When the menu button's pushed, the display goes to an 8-line screen labeled Main Menu. At initial startup, 3 menu items will appear: Favorites, Sources, and at the bottom, Setup. If you select the favorites, you can check out your favorite radio tuner stations, and you can also quickly go to playlists that you've synced up using Windows Media Server. Assigning these favorites is done in the Setup menu. The next item is Sources. This offers quick access to the 6 sources defined in your system. Generic audio sources are labeled with a source name that our programmers have set up prior to sending out your system. Examples of this would be CD player or TV for your TV's audio output. The generic source on our system is right here at the bottom, called aux for auxiliary. Nuvo sells 3 different kinds of audio source equipment, and I'm going to briefly go through them now. The first one would be the Nuvo music servers, which take up to 3 sources of your Grand Concerto, and allows you to stream those 3 different audio files all at the same time. So that would be our first 3 sources right up there. Our next 2 sources are our radio tuner. Our first one is AM, FM, and our second one is XM. Like the music server, you can stream both of these 2 different sources at the same time. And the last piece of source equipment that Nuvo sells, it's not shown here, but it's they sell iPod docks. You can buy them either in wired or wireless form, and they pretty much operate the same way that the music servers do. except they only take one source. Now I'm going to go through just a few more things before wrapping up. From the main menu, you can access the advanced zone control, and from this menu you can access party mode, which is right at the top. That's going to turn on all your audio zones to whichever source you're listening to in this current zone. Any changes that you make regarding the source affects all the zones in your entire multi-room audio system, but the volume in each zone is independent of the rest of the house, meaning that you can control the volume in each individual zone. Another cool feature that you can access is the sleep mode, which allows you to play music in that zone that you're in for a specified amount of time. Once the time selection is made, the system gradually ramps down in volume and the zone will turn itself off at the end of the selected time. Finally, by going to the setup menu, you can change settings for the particular zone or the system as a whole. The zone settings consists of several subset menus, including bass and treble EQ, balance, loudness compensation, volume, and display settings. You can also access your system settings by clicking System Settings right there. Well, I hope you enjoyed this brief user guide on how to use your Grand Concerto Keypad, and thanks for watching.